Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the outside broadcast of our News in Focus right here from the manufacturing division at Salt River at the Transnet division. With me is Mr. Zwai, the general manager. Good morning. Welcome to Hilaal TV.
Morning and welcome to Transnet Engineering.
Thank you very much.
Salt River.
Thank you very much. It's been an interesting presentation that we experienced earlier as well. But the presentation itself covered various opportunities that Transnet will be embarking on. What for you is the most interesting going forward?
The interesting part is the maritime. That's where the space where we are going into, and that's where we are now focusing our energies into. We've been doing rail for a very long time. Now we want to diversify and do something that is new into the space, helping our sister ODs in terms of the equipment in maritime space and making sure that they deliver on time as much as we assisting them, and making sure that the engineering knowledge that we've gotten over the years we're now applying into this maritime space.
Nice. You've done significant strides with regards to fabrication and engineering, and it's so nice to see that a lot of the equipment will be manufactured locally. I mean, this is a great, opportunity for South Africans to increase the job market.
Yeah, not true. And we're not going to do it alone. Like we said, there are so many people out there that are looking into what can they work with Transnet together. We want to work with them. We can't do these things on our own. South Africa is a very vast country. It's got so many knowledge. It's got so many manufacturing departments around the country. We want to join hands together and work with them in order to make sure that these things that we are seeing here becomes a realization. So it is important for us to make sure that we do make sure that this does become a success.
Fantastic. Our rail infrastructure has taken a knock over the, many years, and especially in the Cape region, a lot of the general public rely on public transport. What protections have you put in place to ensure the safety, first of all, of the passengers, but more importantly, of the infrastructure?
I am unable to answer on that, as you will know that we are not doing passenger rail. We are strictly on the engineering mostly.
The opportunities with partners that you've managed to engage with. This is also a wonderful opportunity for local South Africans and South African companies to partner with Transnet.
Yeah. That is interesting times. They're gone are the days where we would just want to do everything ourselves. We are working because of the outside marketers. We are working because for us to be able to do, like for instance, I might do the steel work. Somebody else must give me the wheels.
Right.
Somebody else must give me the wipers. Right. So somebody else must give me the glass. I can't do the glass. So that's where we find other partners coming into space, and we work together into making sure that we get these things going. The main thing is, as we give you orders, remember we've got also orders.
Right.
So for us to be able to deliver on time, it means that you must deliver on time as well as a supplier.
And these partners are, local companies as well. Are they individually sourced according to the area that you operate in, or is this a general tender that goes out?
It will be general. That is handled by our procurement department, and making sure that they select the ones that are according to the regulations and rules, and making sure that they are able to deliver as well. One thing that you don't want into your space is a supplier that will fail to deliver. But at the same time, we're working in making sure that if the supplier starts something and is unable to do so, because we've got a good engineering department, we also send our engineers to go and see if that supplier is able to deliver, and make sure that they assist them, take them through the processes, our quality system that we put up, and making sure that they deliver as we need it to.
The engineering and manufacturing industry is such an evolving industry as well. Do you update your technology? Are we on par with the rest of the world?
Yeah, that's a very tough one. Knowing where we're coming from, we've been evolving over the years, and we've been working on how do we make ourselves relevant to the modern, and making sure that, because we've got youngsters that are coming with innovations and coming up with things that how do we change this world that is in there. You must visit our engineering department just to see As you know, that we've got our R&D, making sure that each and every development that comes up, they are up into it. I will invite you to make sure that you get to know and understand what we do in the engineering space.
With so many departments, so much going on as well, do you have a learnership program? Do you have job opportunities, skills development that you're actually pursuing?
Yeah. We do have a academy that takes apprentices every year, and making sure that we develop our employees or our people within the country. And once they are developed, we don't employ everybody. Those who are able to take when we need, we take, and others who will release into the market. You will find them into many different organizations that they are assisting in the country, build the country, and make sure that they also get employed. Where we have a tender or we've gotten work, we do call it the contractors. We call them as contractors, and once the work is finished, then they've gained the skill. Now they can go out there and be employed by anybody else.
Fantastic. What's the future of Transnet? With all these developments, what can we expect?
If you looked at it, in the past 2 years, I think we did 140 something million tons, and we've moved now recently up to 160, and we are now looking into doing 180.6. We are on the back, and we are back. We are now reinventing ourselves for growth, and that's what we are looking forward to do.
Thank you very, very much for your time, Mr. Zwei. All the very best, and we look forward to chatting to you in the future.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thanks for your time.
And there we go for Hilaal TV. I'm Luqmaan Shadrach, reporting from Transnet in Cape Town. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to our outside broadcast right here at Transnet in the Cape Town region. With me is Colette, the Chief Procurement Officer. Good morning, Colette. Thanks for affording us your time.
Good morning, and thank you for coming to see the good work that we're doing.
I tell you what, it is, quite impressive what you've achieved. Has this been for many years to get to this point? And what was some of the reasons that engineering and manufacturing went to this extreme?
We must start here, right? Manufacturing has always been a thing for Transnet Engineering.
Yeah.
We've spoken about being an OEM for all the wagons, right? So which means we've had this infrastructure, we've had the skills, so you don't want to put it to waste, because when an opportunity knocks on your door, you must make use of it.
For sure.
I think many people would know that even from the port equipment, most of it is imported. So what best then, rather than importing it, but bring it home where the infrastructure exists, where the research and development and the engineering teams from a Transnet Engineering can be put to good use. So I think we're expanding, making use of what we've been trying to do, what we've been gaining over the years. But more than that, this is for this country.
Of course. The procurement of various materials, various skills, opportunities, does that go out to a general tender? What is that process like?
We do go out to the open market.
Okay.
So we've got our portal, which is linked to the National Treasury portal.
Right.
So we do, once the end user has given us a specification, we put it together into a proper bid document, and then we put it out to tender for suppliers to participate.
Okay.
Or for potential partners, as I like to call them. I don't like to call them suppliers.
And this is where my next question, lies, is potential partners. That also, solidifies the relationship with local business. Are we specifically primarily local business, or do you still source from overseas?
We do both. And what I want to focus on is where we are doing it from overseas. The key there is to link them to a skills program that can be transferred either into our people here or from the list of the materials that they supply into developing a supplier locally that they could integrate with and properly supply Transnet Engineering.
Skills is definitely an opportunity that we can increase and alleviate some of our unemployment in South Africa as well. What are some of the skills programs that you have going at Transnet?
We've got an academy
Okay.
That is a Transnet based. So we focus on various skills, be it boiler makers, be it fabricators, be it welders. So it's that big. Maybe one day we could invite you to go see what the academy does.
Yeah.
But we don't only develop for ourselves. So we have a lot of artisans that have come out of our facility, within the academy, and then that gets absorbed by other partners, by the industry, as it were.
Right. Do you often engage with stakeholders in this industry overseas, in various other countries? Are we on par in delivering what some of the other countries deliver when it comes to what Transnet delivers?
I think not on everything. I think we know what we are capable of. I think we can compete fairly when it comes to wagons and maybe slightly above. Okay. I think from an assembly perspective of the locomotives, we can compete. If I look at the Trans-Africa loco that we've developed, I think it competes fairly well. Right. So from a rolling stock maintenance as well. And you must also understand that we've gotten there through the partnering with some of the international suppliers who have come into our facilities and certified the centers of excellence like these ones and other depots where we have presence. So we've been doing that so that if there's an opportunity in other countries where there are locomotives that exist that can be refurbished, instead of sending it wherever out there in the world, you can bring it into this country. And from our centers of excellence, we can then be able to refurbish it, to overhaul it, etc. Okay. So I think we can compete fairly with the capabilities that we have.
What does this mean for the continent of Africa? Are we then shaping how the transport industry works and contributing in many ways?
I think that Transnet is positioned well into being the gateway to the African continent.
Nice. I like that. What's the future for Transnet? What can we expect? What can we look forward to?
I think from where I'm sitting, I think Transnet is not going anywhere. Nice. Transnet is growing. And Transnet does not want to grow alone. Transnet wants to impact, one, charity begins at home. Nice. And secondly, we offer a value proposition to the continent, not only to give them the rolling stock, but I think the value proposition that we have, the skills that we have, we can even take it out there to help them, to teach them, to be able to do what we can do without taking business away from this country. Wonderful. And why are we developing the local industry, as it were? For the very same reason that they can even export to other countries. So the future is very bright.
Right. Being a female in a very male-dominated industry, what is your message to the young ladies watching this interview?
It's possible. I have done it, and they can do it. And to be honest with you, this question came yesterday when we were at SAPIX, and somebody said, how do you cope in a male-dominated? And I said to them, it has never bothered me, because there is no difference in terms of whether I'm a female and maybe somewhat, but be that as it may, I think it's what one brings to the table. I agree. That contributes, not necessarily whether the gender, the color, or the height of a person is what you bring. And I think I bring my heart more than I bring anything else.
Absolutely. As they say, dynamite comes in small packages. Colette, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. All the very best with all your future projects at Transnet.
Thank you very much, and thank you for visiting us.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, you too.
There we go, Chief Procurement Officer at Transnet, Colette, having a chat to us as well. For News in Focus, I'm Luqmaan Shadrach.